did projects for me for the ministry, and he really cared about all the people in this camp. He was a guy that cared about others, and he died way too young. Way too young. We talked about spiritual things. We talked about people in the camp. He was a leader and cared about everybody here more than anybody in any camp I've ever been to. I'll just tell you that. And he was a friend to all who would be friendly, and yet he was strong enough that he would get people out that would cause discord. And I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him, and I know y'all. I was afraid of this last Saturday when he was too sick to come down here, because I knew if he was too sick to come down here, he was sick. And I was just concerned about him. Didn't think he would die from it, but I thought I knew he was badly sick. So.
What did Sister tell you about? I mean, me and Herman have been trying to get him to go, you know, because we're best friends. We're about, really hard on him about the last 2 weeks. But it wouldn't matter as when he started getting sick 2 months ago, if he would have went, they said because there was nothing they could do for him anyway.
He was heart failure.
Yeah.
And
His heart was three times the size it's supposed to be.
Yeah. My dad died from a heart attack. He was 88 and went in for surgery and had a heart attack during surgery and lost all but about 30% of the function of his heart. So my sister, who's got medical training, told me he's not going to make it more than a few weeks now. And that, when your heart goes, there's just nothing to do about it. So I understand it somewhat, but I don't understand it all. I don't know why, but God does. And that's, I trust God, and I have confidence in Him that Harry was in a good place spiritually in the last 2 or 3 months, okay? And I think that my little brother died young, and when he was at the peak of his best spiritual place, I think God knew that if he got out of prison, that he may not make it long before he lost that spiritual edge. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So God knows the plans that He has for us. He knows the best for us, and we have to trust that.
He knows what we're going to do before we know what we're going to do.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you what, 11 years ago I was living full-time with homeless men in my men's Christian training centers. I had about anywhere from 17 at a time, usually, that about half of them would be felons just getting out of prison that needed spiritual training before and life skills training before they were ready to go into reentry. And the other half were people that got saved in my street ministry on Saturday mornings in downtown Nashville. So about half of them were black, half of them were white, and we had a few Hispanics sprinkled in there every now and then. So this was a time that I was really blessed, and I thought that was the greatest time of my life spiritually. Now, I wake up today, and I've been married over 6 months to this beautiful lady who is the light of my life, and I never dreamed there was a godly woman, God-chasing woman out there that would have anything to do with me. But God did. And He orchestrated circumstances in her life and my life, and He knew the day would come last October when she'd come, or September, whenever it was, that she'd come to work in this ministry, because she was called to the work in this ministry, and then we would hit it off and wind up getting married a couple of months later. God had this all planned, guys. You understand? And I have hope today more than I've ever had, and more than I've ever had confidence in God's ways. His ways are so much higher than our ways. And I want to just share that with you. And the word says, I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Jeremiah 29:11. I have plans for you, and it's to prosper you, not to harm you. That doesn't mean he's going to give you $1 million and win the lottery. Prospering you means prospering you spiritually as well as physically and in your circumstances.
That's the reason you get.
And that's up to you. Okay, you have to accept that and want to pursue that avenue in order for that to happen. Morning, Chief. I will miss Harry. And last Christmas, he's the one I chose to go get tickets distributed to the homeless and the rescue mission, because Karen went down there and tried to get them to give homeless, to give tickets out for our Christmas Day and municipal auditorium for homeless, where we fed them a good hot lunch and had a great time of singing Christmas carols and just a good time of fellowship together. And the rescue mission wouldn't let us distribute those tickets because it wasn't their thing that was going on. So I just called Harry and he said, I'll take care of it. And we had about 450 homeless people there. And Harry was a big cause of that. He made a difference in other people's lives. And I'm going to challenge each of you guys. Make a difference in other people's lives, okay, for God, for good. That's what our purpose is. That's what our mission is. It's not about just about our lives and giving us a good time. It's all about how we can serve others in God's name. So that's why we're out here today. That's why we're out here every Saturday. And that's what we do and why we do it. So, any prayer requests? Pray what?
For the health.
The health of the camp. A lot of people sick.
Seasonal stuff right now.
Sir?
Seasonal stuff right
Allergies and,
now.
yeah, I get it. Karen and I certainly get that. Anybody else? Okay. Yulia, you pray for those two requests, okay? Anybody else?
For Joe.
Lena, you pray for Joe. Okay. Remember, I told y'all this is a contract. You gotta know the terms and conditions of the contract. I got contracts in the back of the truck here. You wanna know terms and conditions of getting blessed by God? They're right here. So, when we pray this morning, and when we have communion this morning, that's one thing I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see Harry's face in the light. He always was respectful. No, I'll handle that. Yeah, just stand in me when I'm ready for it. Okay? Go ahead and put that back, please. Yeah, hand those back, please. I like to have the line, and I like to look everybody in the eye. Okay? And so, there's a reason for that. When I look you in the eye and I tell you that God, body and blood, broken and shed for you, and you acknowledge that, you're respecting Jesus Christ. You're accepting Jesus Christ's sacrifice for you. Okay? And it goes a long way with connecting you with God. That's my purpose out here. I want to feed you physically, yes. If I don't feed you spiritually, I've not done my job. I've not done my job that God laid on my heart to do. So that's why we do what we do. You pray for those, and then Elena, you pray, and then I'll finish up.
Dear Lord, we are here today because of your mercy and because of your greatness, and I'm asking you, Lord, please, as as Laura asked, and Dan asked, give health to community, homeless community, and all people, because they are struggling. Because when we are healthy, we are happy, and in health and happiness, we can serve you better. And we can do everything in your will. I'm asking you, Lord, for health.
Lee?
Dear God, I want to pray for Joe today. I want to involve him in your love and your care and your light, because I know how much he's struggling with the loss of his best friend. I want you to lighten his burden on his heart, and I want you to let him know that he's still with him and he always will be with him every step of the way while he's still on earth, and we will meet in heaven one day and have a fellowship again. Amen.
Father, we're here on purpose, not here by accident. First of all, we want to ask you for your mercy and your compassion on Harry Childers. I want to thank you for the fact that we got to share time with him on this earth. We got to know him. We got to experience the joy of being with Harry and working with him and living with him. Father, we are grieving this morning his loss. We don't understand why he was taken so young. We need your help to get over this grief. And honestly, anger. We feel anger. We feel many emotions. Grief, anger. We don't understand your ways. We never will. But we do trust you. And we do have confidence that your ways are better than our ways, and much higher, and that you had a purpose for Harry's life. I pray, Father God, that you raise up awareness in this camp where people have to pull together even more to protect each other and love each other, serve each other than ever before. Heal the hurts, Father God, as the grieving process is just natural, and I'm going through it, and I know they're going through it. Father God, it's hard at best. It's hard. And we need your help to get through it. We thank you that we can come and have prayer, call upon your name to have mercy on Harry, and compassion on Harry. And Father, that you would put your hand upon the people in this camp. Bring protection. Bring stability. Bring a change of circumstances that they can get better circumstances in their lives. Whatever that takes in your time, and we ask for you to expedite that. We're going to love you. We're going to trust you. We're going to have confidence in you, but you're going to have to help us because our hearts are broken for Harry. And it's just all it is to it. We don't have any platitudes or cliches to say. We're hurting, and we need your help to bring healing. As we have communion this morning, let's remember your sacrifice for us and made it possible. And remember Harry's participation in the communion services and prayers. You know him, and he knows you. That is the ultimate thing that we to take care of in our lives. Because that's the thing that's going to matter to all of us 100 years from now. When nothing else on this earth that's happening today is going to matter to us 100 years from now. So please, let's take care of all the spiritual relationships with you and bring connection with you. Otherwise, our life on earth is a waste. And I know you don't want that. None of us want it. So we come before you, God, with broken hearts and asking you to bring healing. Right now, in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's line up and have communion. Morning, sir. Morning. Let's have a single file right here. Guys, let's have a single file line here, please.
If you can be first, please, so he can stay in.
Okay. Chief, you get any line? God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. Hold on. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my sister. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my sister. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my brother. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my sister. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my sister. God's body and blood broken and shed for you, my wife. Let's take the wafer out. Guys, particularly today, I want to just have a moment of silent prayer for Harry Childers right now.